Hold the tips and push them together. Push the tips together.
Don't say that.
I'm not pushing the tips together.
There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she not ready to have her.
Hi sisters! James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm joined with two absolute legends, Ryland and Shane.
Hello.
Hello.
What is a legend, really?
You.
Us.
How does somebody like you date?
I don't. I never had a boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah, so sad.
You're working too much.
Yeah, I just hook up with straight guys on the DL.
Where do you find them?
Social media. My Tinder keeps getting deleted because they always report me for being a catfish, so I gave up on that.
Update.
I was on Tinder, right? This is genuinely true now. I was on Tinder in LA, and obviously my preference is only set to women because I am straight. So I'm there swiping a way, and I shit you not, who comes along on my boost experience on Tinder, trying to get 2 matches out of the 1,000 girls that I swipe on. It's James Charles. I swear to God, James Charles comes up. He's verified. So it's definitely him. I didn't even know you could get verified on Tinder.
So the only app I still check every once in a while is Bumble.
No, the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Also, I think it comes from the fact that I obviously am very gay. So I need someone to balance me out in that sense. So that's why I think I go for really, really masculine guys. Typically that would be down for stuff on the DL. I just feel I need to feel like the woman in that sense of having a taller man.
Hold up. So, didn't we just go through this with James where he just had to make this very lengthy apology to the trans community about saying things like this? Why was he not clocked back in the day when he made this video with Shane and Ryland for saying that he wanted to be the woman where he put gender roles into the relationship? That makes no sense to me.
If you could give me one piece of advice you think that would help to find me a man, what would it be?
I don't think you should have a problem. I think you're confident. I think you're talented. I think
You're successful, you're young.
Yeah, you're attractive. You know how to dress yourself. If anything, you're just looking in the wrong places. Maybe stop looking at the straight guys.
Now, guys, I know that this is not a conventional video for me. I know that this video is kind of all over the place. I could not really think of a good way to display everything that I seen in this video and what I seen on Twitter. But I did want to touch on the points that Shane made in this video. Shane actually gave James some very good, solid advice. And if he would have just listened to Shane in this moment back in March of 2018, possibly every bit of this scandal could have been prevented, and we would not be having this conversation right now. We would not be having this conversation about James hooking up with straight men and how he likes to lure them in allegedly on Tinder and other apps as well as Instagram, because right now more and more people are coming forward saying that they've had experiences with James Charles, and if he would have just nipped this in the butt then, this would not be an issue. And in my opinion, that is the continued pattern that we see with James Charles. Even Tati in her video said that she's tried to give him advice. He doesn't listen. I know that he watches drama videos about himself and he doesn't listen to the constructive criticism that people give him. So in this moment, Shane literally gave him a piece of information that could have saved his career. Now, I'm not saying that James's career is over, but what is happening, it is definitely going down and quickly. But let's get back to the video because there is more tea.
You are one of those people who I'll see, I was on vacation and I went to your Twitter and you were tweeting somebody thought you said something or did something and then you were tweeting about it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just you need to stop reading it.
Or just don't reply to
Who
that.
cares?
Well, for me, I've dealt with so many scandals at this point. If something is going around that's talking about me, I really don't care unless it's wrong. I just had a scandal a few days ago on Twitter where somebody thought I said the N-word while lip syncing to a song on Instagram Live, and I shut that down real fast because obviously I didn't, and I was not about to let another racism scandal happen when I've like fought so hard to like prove to people that I'm like not a bad person.
Honestly, this right here is where I have questions. Now, we all know that James had this falling out with Gage, and then Gage made these videos about him, and then James went on to post this very lengthy diatribe of a response saying that he wasn't going to discuss this anymore, but here he is in this video saying that he only corrects things if they're wrong. Where's his statement about all of this? Where is his statement about all these people that are coming forward saying that they've seen him on Tinder, they've even interacted with him on Tinder? Like, what's happening? Because he didn't address this in his apology to Tati, and that was one of her very big talking points that she made, that James just will not stop doing this. Like, I don't get that. Now I want to switch gears just a little bit. Now you guys know that James Charles as well as the Dolan Twins have been very vocal in their friendship with one another. However, as of right now, they have stopped following James on Instagram. I have not checked Twitter yet, but I'm pretty sure, and it's safe to say, that if they've unfollowed him on Instagram, they've unfollowed him on Twitter as well. It's been very obvious to some people for a very long time that James has a habit of making very openly straight men uncomfortable, and you can see some of that in these clips that I'm about to show you. Be prepared to cringe.
Hold the tips and push them together. Push the tips together.
Don't say that. I'm not pushing the tips together.
Go!
Just kidding.
As a carpenter?
For what?
Working with wood?
I do.
Alright, we loaded up the mans.
I love a good load. A little bit into the cap.
Okay. And then my stick can go into the box.
Rub your stick in the box.
Thumbs up for hard. Sorry. What is this? Oral? Oral?
Oh, I'm a professional.
No!
Quite a few people have been pointing this out for a while now. I've seen videos with millions upon millions of views where it's just like compilations of James making people feel uncomfortable, especially like the Dolan Twins. Now, if you are friends with someone, why would you want to make them feel uncomfortable? James knows that these guys are openly straight and that they are not into men. So why would he feel like it was necessary to make them feel completely uncomfortable in every situation that presented itself? Now, I understand that some of this could be banter between friends. That's fine. As long as they're joking and no one really gets offended, if they have that boundary with one another, that's perfectly fine. But they need to elaborate on that. They need to explain that. I believe in the past they may have addressed this, but it's really telling to me that they would unfollow James during this whole entire situation where he's losing so many subscribers when they're supposed to be really good friends with him. I don't know if this is like a strategic PR move to like cover themselves because they don't want to be associated with this or what, but I could tell you this, if I was friends with someone and they were going through something, I definitely would not unfollow them at something that could be one of the hardest things that they've ever went through on social media. I think it'll be really telling if they come forward and issue a statement. I really wish that someone that has been close to James, like Emma, I know she cut out real quick, the Dolan Twins, Shane, any of these people, Jeffrey, would step forward and share their experiences. And I just want to point out, because I did have someone comment on my video about James, how he goes after straight men, and how Jeffrey is like with an openly straight man. That's the thing, like there's a difference there. Nate and Jeffrey's relationship and their dynamic is completely different. It's completely obvious that Nate is consenting to being with Jeffrey. He loves Jeffrey. He just identifies as straight because maybe he sees Jeffrey as a woman. I don't know that dynamic. You can identify as whatever you want to identify as. You can identify as a refrigerator door. I don't care. I'll love you all the same. But it's the fact that Nathan is a consenting, willing adult and he is in a loving relationship with Jeffrey and he is not being like held against his will or anything. And I'm not saying that James has done any of that. I'm just saying that the dynamic is different because Jeffrey is not out here openly coming on to straight men. I really want James to learn a lesson from this and to wisen up because there have been so many people that have lost their lives because of things like this. And it's just very, very dangerous. You never know what you're going to get when you do these types of things like catfishing men on Tinder and things like that. It's a very dangerous and a slippery slope. But honestly, I want to know what you guys think about this. What do you think about the Dolan Twins unfollowing James? Do you think that they still support him behind the scenes? And what do you think about these Tinder things that are coming out, this YouTube video and all of that? I want to know what your opinions are about all this. Let me know down below and we'll be back to regular content tomorrow. You guys know that it's Mother's Day and I have to go see my mammy. But I hope you have a great day and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.